They go play action here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Can't have enough good pass-catching tight ends in the NFL. And the Eagles, they wanted to replenish their stock. They lost Trey Burton in the offseason, so they selected Dallas Goedert out of South Dakota State in the second round, and he is nothing but a big-time pass catcher.
What a great story, because South Dakota State didn't offer him a scholarship out of high school. He walked on there.
Yeah, so now Zach Ertz has a running mate at tight end.
He finds Aguilar over the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Green, triple C. Ready. Black 22. Green, triple C.
Following the interception, Winston. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Let's go. It's time to play. Where's that up? Let's go.
3rd and goal. Winston. That's incomplete, but there is. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Here's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Come on now, let's go. Lion, lion, lion. What's up?
On third and long, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, hit as he throws.
You've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the red zone now, Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready. Blue ready. Check. Boys, head up. Boys, head up.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And some room to maneuver. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first is Wentz. His throw incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Ajayi. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Ram. Here we go. 120. 82.
On play action, Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. First down, Winston. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's convert. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Winston. The left side completion to Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to it after the pick-6. Winston. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Shutting defenders at the 15. On play action, it's Wentz. On the move to his left. Ertz has it left side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready? Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert. Boys, hot.
Again, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Play action now. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Brandon Graham with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Sproles the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Play action. Now Wentz. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Second down, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? From the gun, Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Winston. And pressure gets to him again. Michael Bannon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jameis to throw it. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now running. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Wentz now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This is Ajayi. And he's going to be met at about the 43. In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Wentz now to throw. Keeps himself upright. Being chased out left. It's caught by Aguilar. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to... So on 4th down, out trots the kick. So on 4th down, out... And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Sonic! Let him go!
Now Jameis on second down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Winston. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. 3-5-7.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Hey, empty. Sunday. Push on. Push.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Great. Don't go. 20. What's your son? Right over there. Right 58, right there.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run with Ajayi. Runs over him. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll try to run with a J. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly when you start to play over.